Welcome to the Mystic Wise One. My name is Corrine. So excited to do a reading for you today. So we're going to do a couple things. We're going to use the Osho Zen Tarot deck. This deck I've used since I think 2000. Anyway, maybe 1999. Anyway, and we're going to talk a little bit about it's the middle of the month, October 15th, and we're just going to pull a card. The world is a little bit crazy today. I have noticed the world has been crazy for the month of October, and I thought we were going to go before we go into Mercury retrograde because that's happening in November. But anyway, so right now it seems to be a little bit off kilter, like the earth is like off kilter. And when the earth gets off kilter, then the water in our system kind of goes off kilter too. And we see a lot more emotional things that are going on. So I just pulled the card. And so the card that shows up is the sharing card. And so this sharing card is all about it's time for you to share your gifts. Time for me to share my gifts too. It's time for all of us to start sharing what we are really good at. You know, we have so much that we have to be grateful for, really living in the Western part of the world for sure. But, we have lots too that we can share. We just finished Thanksgiving in Canada. So that's also very lovely, being able to share time with family and friends and those kinds of things. So really paying attention to sharing your energy, sharing your light, sharing money if you can, food if you can, just sharing even your time. I mean, that's what's so beautiful about living in a very spiritual world. The next kind of thing, the kind of thing that's going to stop you from kind of doing that is, as I just pulling a card here, is the fact that you yourself are going through your own challenges. So you're going through a whole rebirth yourself. So this card is a very it starts with the camel, it goes to the lion, it becomes the young boy, and it's a metamorphosis. You yourself are going through a change. And so sometimes when we're doing that, we kind of want to cocoon. And so I'm asking you not to do that. Don't cocoon. Share your energy, understand you're going through a change, and it's okay to be able to do that. And one other thing that you might be not conscious of, something you might not be conscious of, is this part. And that's the consciousness part. Isn't that interesting? How that's actually affecting you. It's affecting you a lot more than you think. Sometimes we're not aware of how things affect us. And when we become aware, it's usually too late. It's like hindsight is 2020. This is interesting how that particularly causes some concerns for sure. So let's take a look at what the next things for you to do. What are some of the things that you want to focus your energy on in the next couple of days? And that first thing is global. Is that really we think ourselves, if you've ever traveled in the world, you understand how lucky we really are in so many ways, and yet unlucky in so many ways too. And so it's really taking a larger view picture of what is going on, not just taking a look at what you're doing, but also what the world is doing and paying attention to that a little bit more. Another thing that you want to focus your attention on is don't compare yourself to other people. Understand that if you're an oak, you're an oak. And if you're a bamboo, you're a bamboo. And it's okay to be both. Not that you'll be both, but it's okay to be an oak. It's okay to be a bamboo. It's okay to be a prune tree. It's okay. Like whatever you are, you are. And be okay with that. Like stay strong in who you are. You know, some people are going to try because when they compare you to you or you to them, they're going to try and take you off that path or take you off your path only because they're trying to be an oak when they're a bamboo. And if they're trying to do that, they'll try to set your trunk on fire, and that's kind of not fun. Isn't that kind of funny? I never thought I'd ever say that online. Anyway, it's all good. Another thing to be really paying attention to is silence, going into the silence. You're going to get the most information in the silence. I remember when I got this deck, the very first time I ever had played with this deck, the silence card showed up. And the silence card, very first card I ever pulled. And for me, this has been my saving grace throughout 25 years of doing readings and talking to people. When I get quiet, when I get in the silence, the answers come. And so this is to pay attention, getting grounded. I always struggle with that right now. It's been a challenge, the whole staying grounded and staying and if I don't go into the silence, when I was busy doing psychic fairs and that, I'm not in the same headspace that I am in now. When you're so busy doing your whatever you're doing, helping people, whether it's at your job or doing readings or whatever it is that you're doing, it's really difficult to stay grounded. And so we're asking you now to please go into the silence. Please listen to that highest part of you. Don't listen to the world. The world, you're not of the world, you're in the world, but you're not of it. So remember that. There's a lot of different energies that are trying to grab your attention. And so just pay attention to the silence, at least for 10 minutes a day. More if you can, but at least for that. And the one last thing, like the result of all of this that we're talking about is don't compromise. I was given an opportunity to compromise my values not too long ago. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. Not ever going to happen. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to compromise my values. My integrity is really important. And if I don't see it, I'm not going to tell you I see it if I don't. And so that's kind of the thing. Like people don't even understand what integrity is. A lot of people, I shouldn't say not everybody, but a lot of people don't understand what integrity is. And integrity to me is about being honest, but it's actually being more than honest. It's about being able to see what other people see and being open to using that feedback. But if people just accuse and don't give you the feedback to help you see what it is, then it's unfounded and it's just founded in their own mess in their own head. So don't compromise when other people say something to you. It's through their filters that they're saying it to you. So always remember that too. It's really important for you not to compromise your values, not to compromise your belief systems, and just really being true to yourself. I think that's, if we take a look at this whole reading, that's what this is all about, being true to you and really understanding that there's a power inside of you, a light inside of you that is, when it's allowed to shine, is so incredible. It's so amazing. And I think that that's what you want to really focus your attention on. I am just listening to a book. I do everything by Audible. Anyway, called Let Them. And I really do love Mel Robbins. And so I'm listening to it and I'm just going, you know what? That is the key. Let them. Let them think whatever they think. Doesn't really matter, because your light, stay true to your light, is so important. Anyway, if you're Canadian, I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. If you're American, I hope that you have a great Thanksgiving coming up. We have Remembrance Day that's coming up, but for now, I just want to say thank you if you've listened this long. Thank you so much. Please join our channel. Please take a look at what we have to offer. U Academy of Advanced Hypnotherapy, U seminars. We've been around a long time. We've been helping in the metaphysical world for a long time. And so I would love to be of service for you, whether in counseling or hypnotherapy or for a reading or for hypnotherapy training. We do that as well. So thank you so much, and have yourself a great, great week. Namaste.